Are you dealing with a real pain in the butt? Like, literally? If it's painful to sit for long periods of time, or if frustrating pain in your glutes is hindering simple movements like walking or bending over, then chances are good that your piriformis muscle is acting up. But don't worry, I have 2 strategic stretches you need to try that will change the game in relieving your piriformis pain. And I'll also share a simple tip to help you make sure this annoying pain never comes back. The piriformis is a small muscle that's really deep in the glutes, much deeper than most people realize. And that means that stretching it or even massaging it can be quite tricky, and we need to be kind of clever about it. This muscle is also shaped kind of like a pear. In fact, the word piriformis actually means pear-shaped in Latin. So what we're looking to do is stretch the thicker part of the pear, or muscle. To do this, lie on your back and cross the ankle of your painful side over the opposite knee. For instance, if you've got pain in your left glutes, it'll be left ankle over right knee, or vice versa. Then use both hands to pull your top knee towards the opposite shoulder until you feel a good stretch in the outer hip and glute. If crossing the ankle over the knee feels too challenging, a variation is to cross knee over knee instead, and then pick up your bottom foot and use both hands on your top knee to again pull it towards the opposite shoulder and feel that satisfying stretch. Now, this stretch will already go a long ways to help you relieve your pain, but to get rid of it entirely, we can take advantage of a second stretching strategy. You might know that piriformis pain is often linked to piriformis syndrome, a condition where the piriformis muscle is compressing the sciatic nerve, causing sharp, severe pain. Now, unlike its sister condition, sciatica, which can often radiate pain from the lower back and all the way down the leg, piriformis syndrome pain is typically more localized to the hip and glutes. This means that those are the specific areas we need to target not only when we stretch, but also when we want to strengthen surrounding muscles enough to prevent pain from returning to an inflamed muscle like the piriformis. So with your ankle still crossed over your knee, gently drop your legs towards the side away from your pain. So if you have pain on the left, then your left ankle is crossed on top and the legs will fall to the right. If the sole of your foot doesn't quite reach the floor, place something underneath it for support. Now, unlike our first stretch, where we were using the hands to passively stretch the hip and glutes, this stretch is an active, strengthening one. So this time, think about pushing the knee away from the body, activating and strengthening the outer hip and glutes. So you might be asking, how long and how often should I do this to start seeing results? Well, for both of these stretches, passive and active, I recommend holding each for 30 seconds while breathing calmly and repeating 2 or 3 sets, ideally twice a day. And you'll also want to promote balance throughout the body, so I'd suggest performing at least 1 set of stretches on your non-painful side every day. Now, here's what you need to know to make sure that this annoying pain never comes back. Piriformis pain can be caused by multiple factors, but the primary purpose of the piriformis muscle is external rotation of the hip. Basically, turning your leg outwards. So if that is a struggle for you, then these stretches alone will probably not fix the true root cause of your pain, and in fact, you may have issues doing these stretches successfully in the first place. So you should check out this video next to ensure that a limited external hip rotation won't hold you back from performing basic stretches and positions, or from lasting pain relief.